Hey, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles that was a great millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and blessing to Yakim throughout the four wind, pushing his truth and sincerity, okay? You can see the videos tested. Kings are tested by pawns. All right? Kings are tested by pawns. Just walking this Israelite walk and moving in the spirit, you realize that everything and everyone around you is a potential test, okay? And what I mean by a test is, it's their job to knock you off the path that leads to the kingdom. And this is set up purposely. Okay, it's set up purposely to basically cleanse you and get the impurities off of you. From up out of you. Okay, so if you're a man of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, you have to understand that everything around you is a pawn. Okay, it's basically pointless. Like some people around you are pointless. Things in your life, some people, like, they really are just basically pointless, you know? But it's their job, and it's been a spirit put on them to test you, okay? Your trial comes from pawns, people that has hardly any value, okay? This is 2 Ezra 9:22. It says, "Let the multitude perish which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect." It's basically telling you that right here. It was people born in vain, and you have people that's righteous, that the Lord is going to make righteous, okay? And these are the ones he's going to keep. But those ones that he's going to keep, guess what? They will be tested, possibly by some of the same that was made to perish. Okay, now let's go into the definition of pawn. It says, one of the chessmen of least value, having the power to move only forward, ordinary one square at a time, to capture only diagonally forward, and to be promoted to any piece except a king upon reaching the eighth rank. One that can be used to further the purpose of another. That's a real good one right there. Used to further the purpose of another. And that's what a pawn is. Something delivered to or deposited with another as security for a loan. The state of being pledged. And that's what it is. They're pledged because they have less value to basically be one thing. And that one thing is to knock you off of your path. Okay? Now, it tells you one of a chessman of least value, having the power to only move forward. The value is like least. So how can you let something knock you off of your path if you see it's really no value in it? Okay? Now, let's keep it real. Some of these pawns can really rub you the wrong way and get under your skin, and it could get real to the point of You know what I'm saying? It's like it can move you. But the thing is not to fall, because pawns test kings. Okay? In our life as Israelite men, these things are people that's put in your way or to test you. But keep in mind, it's small things, because they really have no value. They really have no value, and you're looking in a spiritual sense. It's no value in pawns. Okay? Now, Revelation 1 and 5. It says, and from Yahweh Shah Mashiach, who is the faithful witness and the first begotten of the dead, and the prince of the kings of the earth, unto him that loved us and washed us from sins in our own blood, in his own blood, and hath made us kings and priests unto the Most High and his Father. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Now let's go into kings. A male monarch of a major territorial unit, especially one whose position is hereditary and who rules for life. A paramount chief, God, Hamashiach, to worship the King, the Lord of hosts. Okay, so we see that kings have great stature. Okay, kings aren't supposed to fall to peasants. Okay, pawns. And that's how the walk of an Israelite man is set up. Everything around you and that tests you is a pawn. Okay, it's of lesser value, but the thing that it's set up to do is to basically to dethrone you from being a king. Okay? Matthew 10 and 36. Now I'm gonna start picking up some meat on this thing. It says, a man's foes shall be they of his household. You know what those foes are? Pawns. Okay? That's your enemies. Foes. Hated. Odious. Hateful. Hostile. Hating. The opposing another. Use of men as at enmity with the Most High by their sin. These are pawns, and they're living right under the roof of your house, where you live. These people can be used as pawns against you. Okay? The hostile one, a certain enemy, the devil, who is the most bitter enemy of the divine government. That's an enemy. Okay? That's an adversary. That's someone against you. That's a pawn. Okay? The key thing in this last one is usually as a noun, an adversary, especially Satan, enemy or foe. So, if these people are of your household, that means it's love, it's physical ties, it's memories, it's things that basically can be used against you. So these people in your household are basically pawns. Okay? No one said it was going to be just a cakewalk, because these are people that you've been knowing your whole life. Okay? Whether you, let's say you get married, okay, you have your own family and you count the years there, or your family you grew up with. All pawns. Okay? All pawns. Their job is to basically knock you off of your walk. Now, all of them will be used, but some of them won't be used to the point of where it's to set you up for the big fall. Okay, some of them will just be used in moments. All right, in certain moments they'll be used. You know, you may be having a bad day, and you come home and one of your children did something, and it just throws you off. Okay, and it makes you snap to where you use a hostile language. You know what I'm saying? You basically just go off on some, like, it could be something just like to where the way you're maneuvering, you know, that pawn just took you out of your kingly mindset. Okay, but it says a man's foes shall be those of his household. So these pawns are going to test you no matter where you are. Right? Hebrews 12:9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Now, that's what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is. The Father of spirits. Let that marinate for a second. The Father of spirits. That means when a spirit goes forth and something happens, that spirit was sent from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. On the left-hand side, Satan has to get permission to send spirits. Okay? Now, we're going to go into Job. And let's check out Job's story. It's a little piece of it. This is Job 1. I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, Now there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and Satan came also among them. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered Yahweh Shem Yahushua and said, From going to and fro the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High, and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered Yahweh Shem Yahushua and said, Doth Job fear the Most High for naught? Has not thou made a hedge about him? See, he's protected. Okay? So these men that these pawns will come up on, now we're dealing with the Father of spirits. He said he would never leave nor forsake us. So we have a spirit on us that counterbalances the foes or the pawns or the enemies that comes up against us. Okay? So once we're in tune with that spirit, these things really won't, and it's a process. You know, you may have to go through things a few times, but you're going to get it right to where you're going to see that I'm not falling for that anymore. Okay? Satan's going to have to come another direction. That's how faith grows. Okay? It says, Has not thou made a hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance increaseth in the land. But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Notice something. It says, Satan told the Most High to put forth thine hand. That shows he didn't have no power. Okay? So we have to understand something. When the Lord gives Satan control of something, he already knows the outcome of it. The spirits that he sends, it's controlled by, and it's the level of how heavy the thing is, because he said he would never put more on us than we can bear. So he controls the level, the intensity of the spirit that's put on us. Okay? It says, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So he went to do what it was that he was going to do. Now just imagine if Satan had power that was given to him. The Lord had a package deal on what he could send against Job. But it was pawns. What did he try to use? The first thing he tried to use were things that had an emotional effect on Job. Okay? You start with animals, you know what I'm saying, his property, and they got to his family, you know, his children. Now Satan used that to where he would try to get what we would call a king or someone in a higher position to fall off. This is what he used. Things that's near and dear to you. Okay? The same way that he does today to try to knock you off your walk. Things that's near and dear to you. Okay? They're all pawns. Alright? This is Sirach 2, 4 and 5. It says, Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Why? Because it's a spirit on you that the Lord put, and he can, you know what I'm saying, take it from around you to see, but you're still always going to be protected. Okay? The Lord controls everything. He knows if you're going to pass the test because he sends the spirit that determines all that. That's why you have a thing called the elect, and it tells you that no man shall pluck them out of his hands. Okay? All the pawns that come upon these elect men and try them, it's only going to be for their betterment. It's only going to be for them getting those impurities of this life out of them. Okay? It says, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. And estate is where you live. Okay? So if you live in that low estate, for how much of time that the Lord wants to put you there, you have to take it cheerfully. You're not going to be smiling every day because, like, it tells you that, I want to say either in Hebrews or Proverbs, it says that is it in Job? No, it tells you that that you're going to go through go through things, and they're going to be grievous. Those things are going to be grievous. Not all your tests are going to be passable with flying colors. They're going to be grievous into you. Okay, or it might be in Titus, but I'll have to go back and look for it. But these things are going to be grievous, man. Okay, so you're not going to take everything cheerfully to where you're just smiling and you're chipper, because some things, as you get further and further into being tested, is going to be heavy. Some of these tests are going to be heavy. Okay, it says, for gold is tried in the fire. So to have you get to kingly status, to where you're in a rulership mind state, these pawns have to come up against you, and that will be known as fire. You're the gold. Okay? It says, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. So to be accepted, Satan has to put that test of a fire upon you. Okay? And that's to get those impurities out If not, guess what? You're not elect. Okay, you're not a chosen man, because you're going to fall out. All right? So you have to understand that some people weren't meant to be chosen men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It's just inevitable. Okay, you have to understand that it's a lot of men that's going to walk this walk, and they're going to be walking it, and they're going to be let me see what I could call them. Men of the stumbling block. Okay? It's going to be stumbling blocks set forth. Some men are actually going to think they have it, and they're not. You know, it's just inevitable. Okay? So what we have to do is hold fast to what we have, pray and fast daily, and do the works. Okay? And do the works. And that's basically all we can do. All right? Proverbs 31:3, it says, give not thy strength unto women. And why I went here is because the number one thing that's going to test you is that woman. The number one pawn in your life. It's not going to be your job. It's not going to be your children. It's not going to be situations you're put in. It's going to be your woman. Okay? Give not thy strength unto women, nor the ways to that which destroyeth kings. Now, if they destroy kings, that must mean the spirit that's put on them, their pawn spirits, are second to none. Okay? Being tried, and those pawn spirits on women are second to none. Okay? Judges. We're going to go into the strongest man to ever walk the planet. Judges 16:15. And she said unto him, how canst thou say, I love thee, when thine heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth. And it came to pass, when she pressed him daily with her words, and urged him, so that his soul was vexed unto death. You know what that means? She threw that box on him. Kissed him, hugged him, sung sweet nothings in his ears. All that good stuff. These women have, let me tell you, they have the strongest pawn spirit that you're going to see. Okay? By them, ways to that which destroyeth kings comes from women. Okay? Women. It says, and it came to pass, when she pressed him daily with her words, and urged him, so that his soul was vexed unto death, that he told her all his heart. That pawn, it worked. Okay? That pawn, it worked. Strongest man that ever walked the planet. Okay? There hath not come a razor upon mine head, for I have been a Nazarite unto the Most High from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man. So, the moral of that story, his eyes were poked out. He got that strength one last time from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and he died. But the pawn tried him. The pawn kept pressing, and he fell. Now, we're going to go to the wisest man, King Solomon. Let's see how he fell. 1 Kings 11:1. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughters of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonians, and Hittites, of the nations which were concerning which the Most High said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in to you. For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. So he clave to him in love. The concubines, okay, used for knocking down. That's it. Okay, he started loving them. Verse 3, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. Okay, they turned his mind. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods. And his heart was not perfect with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, or with Yahweh, his power, as was the heart of David his father. For Solomon went after Ashtaroth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites. Okay, so he was a king. Solomon, he was a king. Samson, strongest man. Where did they fall short? The strongest pawn on the earth, women. You have other pawns. It could be things. It could be anything, bro. It don't have to even be in the form of a person. It's things, it's situations. They're all pawns in our life. That's how we're going to be tested. But to have a kingly mind state and a kingly frame about yourself, you pray and you fast in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that these things won't veer you and knock you off your path. Okay, I hope this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honor, said the apostles and elders, great millstone. Peace and blessing to you. I can push this truth throughout the four winds. Shalom.